Bernard Watson. Thank you for tuning in. If you don't mind, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and if you tune in later on, do the same. Hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you don't mind. All right? Hey, we finna jump right into it. I won't be here long, probably for 15 minutes. And here we go. All right? Hey, Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes, hey, it's time to dominate. They top 5 players, it's time to dominate. Spring practice, the weather is good outside. I'm down here in the state of Georgia. I'm telling you, look like spring is coming up on us real soon. And it's time to dominate. I'm telling you, it's time to dominate. The first 5 games on Colorado's schedule, hey, it's time to dominate. And we need Coach Prime and his top 5 players to come through this year. Hey, the number 1 person on the list is the quarterback, Shedeur Sanders. He must have a outstanding year this year, even better than last year. He the best pocket passer in the league. He the best quarterback in the league last year, and coming into this year, I'm telling you, he the best quarterback out there. He's supposed to be the leader. We're expecting him to lead for the players that coming back from last year. He need to be the leader, and the newcomers that coming in. I'm looking for Shedeur to be a top leader on and off the field. Shedeur threw for over 3,000 yards last year. He had 30 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. He must have a better season this year for Colorado to win the Big 12. I'm looking forward for him to stand up and take charge of the offense. I'm looking for him to be vocal and lead his team to the playoff this year. If you look at their first 5 games, North Dakota State, Nebraska, Colorado State, Baylor, and UCF, Coach Prime in Colorado must win those games in order to crack the top 20 rankings. They got to win them games. That's why we need those top 5 players that I'm finna let you know to be dominate. They must dominate on the field, off the field, be example for the players that they have assembled for this football team. And they got to lead by their action in practice, film study, and game day. Shedeur is number 1. He's the best quarterback, and he will be a Heisman Trophy finalist. So he got to dominate in those first 5 games. First 5 games, he got to dominate. The second person on this list got to be dominated. It's going to be, hey, you already know, Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter must pick up where he left off last year. And I have no doubt, because if you look at Well Off Media Bucket, the videos they putting out, Travis Hunter is working his tail off in that strength and conditioning program. Look like he's getting ready for the upcoming season. And it look like he's leading by example. I'm telling you, this dude is him. He's him. Shedeur, Travis Hunter, first two players on my list, got to dominate this year for Colorado to be a Big 12 championship and go to the college playoff. And Travis Hunter, not just dominate on the offensive side, he got to dominate on the defensive side. So Coach Prime got to look at the numbers of reps that Travis Hunter get. He got to look at the reps and try to give him a break for this long season coming up, right? Hey, I'm telling you now, if you tune in, if you don't mind, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I really would appreciate that. Coach Prime is key to that, to monitor the minutes of Travis Hunter, because we want him to be healthy all through the season, because we going to need him and we going to depend on him. Travis Hunter is him. He going to come to play. He coming to dominate. And the third person on this list must dominate for Colorado to have a chance to win the Big 12 Conference. The third person is B.J. Green. B.J. Green, I'm telling you, watch this. He going to be named the team captain on the defensive side. Hey, it's his defensive coordinator, Robert Levinson, to put these players in position so that they can succeed. Even though the coordinator have never called a defensive play, I got confidence that he gonna get it together with Warren Sapp joining in and on March. Coach Prime got a team, y'all. I'm telling you, the defensive side of the ball, we looking for them to dominate. They got to dominate. BJ Green is the key player on the defense to dominate for Colorado to win the Big 12. Subscribe to my channel. I really would appreciate it if you do. I'm telling you, outside of that, we got Travis Hunter, Shedeur, and BJ Green to dominate. All right, those are my three. I got two more to name that we're looking for to dominate. I'm looking for that other person to dominate, and it's on the offensive line. Caleb Benson. He will be, watch this now, he will be named a team captain for this upcoming season. I'm telling you, keep your eyes open. Caleb Benson, the transfer from Indiana, will be the captain on that offensive line. Last year when he played for Indiana, gave up 1 sack. If he bring that physicality and mindset to Colorado this year, can you imagine what Colorado record gonna be? He gonna get everybody else in line. He already checking them up there in the spring workouts. Yeah, he already put them in check now. That he let them know we come to win. We ain't come to lose. Coach Prime has did an excellent job by hitting that transfer portal and bringing in some dogs and better players for the offensive line. Yes, he has. Hey, Coach Prime brought in who? I'm going to let you know who he brought in for this offensive line. I'm telling y'all, this offensive line is going to be tough. You got Jordan Seaton, Justin Myers, Tyler Johnson, Tyler Brown, and we got Caleb Benson. Caleb Benson is a dog. He got experience. He started last year. So I'm telling you, he bringing that winning mentality and that physicality to that offensive line that they need. And plus the leadership. You need leaders, man, when you're playing football. I remember when I was playing football, I was the quarterback. I was the leader of my team until I broke my leg. Yeah, when you broke your leg, man, I'm like Adam McCastle, man. Hey, coach, I need a red shirt this year. And then when I got back out there, right? Yeah, man, I said, this ain't for me. I got to hang it up, and I went to coach. But what I'm trying to tell you is we need leadership. They didn't have no leadership last year. Coach Prime didn't lead. I'm just being honest, even though he my boy and he was the head coach. And we know the two offensive coordinators that they had didn't lead. So we need a leader on this team, not just to be vocal leaders, but lead by example. And that's where Caleb Benson gonna come in. If watch and see, this dude gonna lead. All right. We got Shedeur, Travis Hunter, BJ Green, and Caleb Benson. Now, my number five leader for this year will be Shiloh. I'm serious. It's gonna be Shiloh. This defensive coordinator gonna take Shiloh personally and work him out and go over film study and go over the playbook for him to be a better player than he was last year on the field. That's why Coach Prime went and got him. Because he has the background to teach and show. Look at, he was at Cincinnati, right? He coached the defensive back and the defensive safety. So now he got to put his personal touch on the defensive back, that's Travis Hunter, and the safety, which is Shiloh. So Shiloh not only, because Shiloh what? This Shiloh this is field playing football. He started at South Carolina, then he went to Jackson State, and now he in Colorado. So he much older than the players that's on his team now. So he must be a leader. Not just vocal, but a leader on the field. So those are my top 5 players that should be a leader, and it's time to dominate on this football field. That's Shedeur, the quarterback. That's Travis Hunter, the wide receiver, and the cornerback. There's Caleb Benson on the line, offensive line. BJ Green on the defensive side of the ball, and Shiloh on the defensive side of the ball. Those guys have to lead and dominate their position on the field this year for Colorado to win the Big 12. I'm expecting that. I'm looking for that. And there's going to be some more players that we haven't even talked about. They're going to make a big difference for Colorado this year. I'm telling you, they got 2 freshmen coming in, y'all. I'm telling you, I've been talking about them all week and all last week. They gonna dominate if they get a chance to hit that field on game day. I'm serious, they are. That Traylon Miller, yeah, he come to dominate. He come. Cal McHale, he come to dominate. They gonna be some assets to Colorado and Coach Prime this year. I'm telling you, look at their film work. Them guys are straight two dogs on that football field. And that's what I'm looking for to dominate this coming year. Their first 5 games. That first game, North Dakota State, they should beat them at least by 3 touchdowns. I don't care how many divisions they don't won in the past. North Dakota State should not be on the field of the same playing level for a Colorado team, a Power 5 football team. They got to be physical and send a message to them. Let them know that we ain't coming to play. And you do that by starting off with a running game. And run that ball down their throat and don't let up. Let them know that, hey, we going to run it. Even though you know we going to run it, we let you know you can't stop it. Ain't nothing you can do to stop it. Send that message to them and keep being physical with them. Stop all that cute stuff, trying to throw the ball here and there. You throw the ball when there's an opportunity, but you use your best players, that offensive line, to dominate the game. Dominate that game by running the football. Be physical with this team coming up on this schedule. Next game is going to be a hard game, but I think Colorado have a better roster than Nebraska do. Nebraska going to run the ball. Now, it's up to Colorado to decide physically and mentally, do they want to stop this run or do they want to make contact, play out the play? That's where that leadership come in on the defensive side. Shiloh and B.J. Green, they got to be the leaders of this defense because Nebraska going to run the football. They going to run it, y'all. Do prime time and Colorado want to hit somebody? That's what it's going to come down to. Do you want to hit and be physical and make that tackle? Next game, Colorado State. Hey, it's going to be an emotional game. All the calls of what happened last year, and the coach's wife went on and called Shadua out of his name. So emotion is going to be in this game. But Colorado and Coach Prime football team, they got to tamper it down and do what it takes to win this game. I'm looking for them to beat this team by at least 2 touchdowns. They should beat Colorado State by 2 touchdowns. They should. I'm looking for that. The next game, they play Baylor for their homecoming. Should beat them by 3 touchdowns. Baylor ain't got that. And then that 5th game, UCF, they go to Florida. You got a lot of players on Colorado team. Their home state is from Florida. They got their mother, dad, sister, and brother, and friends and high school mates going to be there. They're going to be a little distraction. That's why I say this is going to be their trap game. And I think they got to get back and be focused and come out of UCF with a win. And then if they get this win, they go on a bye to reset. It's time to dominate. They got to dominate them first 5 games. And those players are key for Colorado to dominate. Shadua Sanders, Shiloh Sanders, B.J. Green, who else I called out? I don't forgot. Y'all got to help me with who I called out. Travis Hunter and Caleb Benson. Those 5 players must come to dominate and for Colorado to get off to a 5-0 start and crack that top 20 college ranking when they come out. They do. They really do. Before you leave me a comment, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel if you're tuning in. All right? That's what I'm looking for Coach Prime and Colorado to do. Now, let's talk about this CamNewton thing that's going on. CamNewton is from Atlanta. CamNewton was the quarterback for the Auburn Tigers. He led them to a national championship, and he was the Heisman Trophy winner, right? So CamNewton went on to Carolina to be a quarterback. He had some good years, and he had some subpar years, but he still was a quarterback that made it in the NFL, right? Now, Cam has retired. Matter of fact, he took them to a Super Bowl. They didn't win, and he catching a lot of heat because they fumbled the ball, and he didn't dive on to recover. Now, I understand that, and he also said on many occasions that he should have died for the ball, but he didn't. And everybody want to pile on that. But hey, we're going to let that go. But that ain't the point. The point is Cam Newton has been a stand-up guy. Cam Newton ain't never started no problem. He's one of my favorite players in college. I mean, and in pros. You know, Cam Newton had a 707 football league, a program that he sponsored in Atlanta, Georgia. And I've seen the videos on Twitter. It is circulating all over the internet that they tried to jump him. Now, let me tell y'all something. We got to be a better community, better people than to do something like that to our own people that's giving back. Cam ain't got to do that, but he determined to give back to the people because he realized he know they need help, and that's where he came from. And he's giving back. Not only his money, he giving back his time. Them guys should have never tried to jump Cam Newton. I don't know all the full detail, but that should never happen. He lucky, everybody there is lucky that didn't nobody get shot or hurt. These days, Cam Newton need to get a better security. Cam Newton he can keep doing it, which I know he's going to do, but he don't have to go there. Just keep giving them the money. If people going to continue to treat him like that, he needs to stay away, man. He got kids. He got a family he trying to raise. Man, you got to just be careful out there these days because you never know what's going to happen. You never know what it could have led to. Somebody could have got shot or killed. Man, it's just too dangerous. Cam Newton is about 6'5", 270. Boy, he was slinging them dudes, man, he didn't throw no punches. He was just trying to get them off him. And I'm glad it didn't turn out worse than it did. So I want to give a shout out to Cam Newton, one of my favorite players, but stuff like that shouldn't happen. All right, so now I'm going to get back, and I realized that Kamada McLean got a birthday. I want to say a shout out to him. Happy birthday to Kamada McLean. He's the cornerback for Coach Prime and Colorado Buffaloes, and we're looking for big things from him this upcoming year. I see what Oregon, University of Oregon Ducks football team gave him a shout out for his birthday. They just trolling though. You already know what that's all about. but McLean, we hope he have a good day today, and may God continue to bless this young man with more happy birthdays, and we want him to have a successful season this year. He's a cornerback. He was a freshman last year, coming out of the state of Florida. Now he's into his second year. I'm looking for him to compete for the opposite side cornerback of Travis Hunter this year. I hope he win it. I hope he don't mature better. Look like he have. Coach Prime said he won in the film study classes. He won in his playbook. He just didn't give it all he had last year. But this year, I hope he has matured and hope he a better young man and be a better football player this year for Colorado. We wish him all the best on this day. Happy birthday to you, young man, and we wish you many, many more. But don't forget, it's time to dominate. It's time to dominate, y'all. And the players that should dominate this year for Colorado to win the Big 12 will be Shedeur Sanders, the quarterback. I'm looking for him to have a better season this year than he did last year. I'm looking for him to throw for 4,000 to at least up to 3,500 to 4,000 yards in passing this year. With all the weapons that he got, we got his favorite offensive coordinator, Pat Sherman, gonna be there with him. I'm sure he already got the playbook and looking over it, and he got all those top wide receivers out there. Now he at least got 12 to 15 wide receivers that he gonna be able to throw to this year. He does. So Shedeur got to have an outstanding year, an MVP year for Colorado to win the Big 12. Second person, going to be Travis Hunter. Looking for Travis Hunter to play a major role for Colorado this year on the offensive side and defensive side. And he's locked in. You can tell Travis Hunter is locked in already. I think he's a junior, but I'm sure this is going to be his last year, and I'm looking for big things from Travis Hunter this year. All right, that's the second person. The third person that we're looking for to have a big year and should dominate will be the defensive end, pass rusher, B.J. Green, transferred from Arizona State. Looking for him to be one of the captains on the defensive side and to cause hell for the opposition quarterback. I'm looking for him to dominate, 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 dominate. Looking at his film from high school and college last year, man, this dude remind me of Lawrence Taylor, former player of the New York Giants. I'm telling you, he come off that end so fast, man, you blink your eye. He there up on you. He's there up on you. He is. Check him out. B.J. Green II. He should be dominant, and we looking for him to continue to dominate. Also, Shiloh. Looking for Shiloh to get his coverage down better this year with the help of the new defense coordinator, Robert Leviston, and look for Shiloh to come up to make tackles. Wrap his arm around, lock up, and bring him down instead of just going for the big hit all the time. I want him to lock up and bring his opponent down to the ground. That's what I'm looking for from Shiloh. Also, the last person, Caleb Benson, to be the leader and the captain of this offensive line. They gonna need him. Jordan Seaton gonna need him. He's a freshman that's starting. Caleb Benson should be the leader along with Justin Myers. Justin Myers, Tyler Johnson, Caleb Benson, and Jordan Seaton will play a major role for them to win the Big 12 this year. That offensive line should come out and dominate their first 5 games. First 5 games, North Dakota State, Nebraska, Colorado State, Baylor, and CUF. If that offensive line come out and dominate, and if Pat Sherman put them in a position to dominate, like running the football with Alvin McCaskill and Dylan Edwards and the rest of the running backs, we should be okay. And if they win those first 5 games, they'll be ranked in the top 20 easily, because the players, the teams that are going to be ranked above them in the top 12, they got to play each other in the first 3 weeks. Kansas State, Utah, Kansas, and there's another team, Oklahoma State. They play each other in the first 4 weeks. So that means somebody going to have a loss, and they're going to knock them out of the top 20. And if Colorado can win their first 5, that's going to push them up the ladder. But they still going to have work to do to crack that top 10 to be eligible for the college playoff this year. All they got to do is stack wins on top of wins. Stay focused, physical, and mentally tough, they're going to be okay. If those 5 players that I named come out with a dominant mentality, they're going to be all right. And Shedozin, boy, I'm telling you, on that defensive line, man, shit. They call him Bully Block. He's the bully on the block. Excuse me. I'm telling you, man, this dude, man, you see how big this dude is? Man, that dude got some arms the size of a car tire. Man, I can't wait to see Shedozin how he work out. Then we got Jimmy Horn Jr. coming back. Man, this should be an exciting year. You got Tyler Brown out there fighting for a position. He just coming back too. He didn't play none last year. You know he hungry. He ready to rock and roll. He gonna push somebody for a starting job. He might just be the center, but I believe Yakira Walker from Connecticut gonna be the center. He a little undersized, but boy, he just got experience at center. Tyler Brown ain't got no. Did Tyler Brown play center at JSU, Jackson State? He could have, so I don't know. But we're going to see about that. We got Slusher coming back. We got y'all boy coming back. Troy, I don't even want to call his name. Trevor Woods coming back. Man, I just hope he just be on special team. He just don't do it for me, y'all. You got Quincy Wiggins, defensive end, 6'6", 265 from LSU. Who else we got? We got Shane Coates from Daytona, Ohio. 6'3" at 275. He had 12 tackles last year, but he ain't had no sacks. We got McNeil, Amir McNeil was a good defensive lineman last year. At the end of part of the season, dude came on 6'4", 200. Might as well 295. Let's say 300 pounds. He from Georgia. This is his second year. You got Taurean Carter. He had six tackles last year. And he had 2 sacks, 6'4", 320 pounds. Yeah, that's a big dude. And we got Anquin Barnes Jr., the transfer from Alabama at 6'5", 320 pounds. That should be enough, but I still think we need one more defensive lineman that's a real dog that we can depend on to help stop that run. Because Shedindos, I can't pronounce this dude's name right. Shedindos, Shedindos. How you pronounce his name? Shedindos. His job is to take on a double team, in which he gonna do, because I don't see it in the film, in the A gap and B gap, so that linebacker can come and make that tackle on that running back. And he do a good job in that. I seen the videos on that. This dude take on two blockers, the guard and the offensive tackle, to free up a linebacker so that offensive guard and offensive tackle can't get to the next level and block the linebacker. Man, this dude take on two on. Sometimes he still make the tackle. I'm telling you, man, that's a big dude in that middle, man. He gonna be hard to move out of there, y'all. Cause he built low to the ground. Yeah, oh yeah, he built low to the ground and right at 320 pounds. Man, shoot, man. So they know it's gonna be a problem for some folk, boy, in this Big 12. Coach Prime and Colorado, really, if you look at their roster, they got an SEC team. We good on the skill position. Cornerbacks, it just depends on who's going to win the starting lineup. We good on the wide receiver. Yeah, they wide receivers can play in the SEC easily. And we already know we got the best quarterback. The thing about Colorado is, we don't know, for them coming together and play together, two things. And they're going to determine if they win the Big 12. We already know that if you're a football coach, player, former player, or just a fan, we already know what Colorado weaknesses are. We watched it last year. We all watched it last year. If they correct two things from last year into this year, we already know they're going to be winners. Can they run the football? And that determined with the offensive line and the offensive coordinator and the offensive line coach, Phil Hope, right? If they can run the ball, they're going to be all right. And number two, defensive line. Can they stop the run? Which they couldn't do last year. If they can run the ball and stop the run, they're going to win the Big 12 this year and make the college football playoff. Easy 1, 2, 3. Now it's just up to them, can they do it? And it's up to the coaching staff to get them ready to study their opponents. Every opponent is different, but I can tell you from the Big 12, looking at the films from last year and year before last, they like to run the ball. If they can stop the run, if Colorado can stop the run, they're going to be fine. If they can run the ball, they're going to be fine. But they got to stick to the running game to run the ball. And that gives their offensive line confidence. That gives their team confidence. If you run the ball, your defensive lineman get a chance to rest. Yes, that's what it's all about. If you throwing the ball all over the field and the ball is incomplete, that stop the clock. And if you do it 2 to 3 times, it's time for you to punt. And now the defense got to go back out there on the field. They're already tired by running, ripping and running. And they didn't have the depth last year, but now they got the depth this year. But we got to wait to spring practice over it because some of the players that Colorado got, they're going to hit that transfer portal because of playing time. We're going to lose some. We're going to lose a couple wide receivers. We're going to lose a couple defensive backs. And we might lose a couple defensive ends because we loaded right there. But they're going to free up some scholarships for Coach Prime to also go in the transfer portal and find some players that can help him win and add depth to Colorado also. So it can go both ways. That's why I said last night when I was talking, giving my talking points, if you're a defensive cornerback, defensive back, or wide receiver, you have to have a good mindset of where you at on the depth chart. You can't go out there breaking no rules. You can't go out there and get in trouble with the law. If you do, Coach Prime get rid of it. He already done it. Oh, he shouldn't have got rid of that wide receiver. He caught 2 touchdowns against Nebraska. So, Coach Prime don't care. He know he deep at wide receiver. And that gonna free up a scholarship. So you got to have the mindset of know where you at on the depth chart and know your team situation. You got to know that. You got to be smart. This is your career. Coach Prime trying to win this year. He know he got to win this year. This Shiloh and Shadur and Travis last year, even though Travis got another year, but this still gonna be his last year. So Coach Prime want to go out a winner, and it's gonna help with recruiting high school players next year. It's simple, man. It's simple. 1, 2, 3. Run the football, stop the run, and don't get in no off the field altercation, and don't break the rules. And Colorado and you as a player will be all right. All right. Hey, I got to get out of here. I thank y'all for tuning in. And if you tune in later on, if you don't mind, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. I really would appreciate that because I couldn't do it without you. And I thank all of you for watching, and the ones that are tuning in right now. May God bless you as well as your family, spiritually, educationally, and financially, that you may be the person and that your family may be the family that God wants to be. Once again, thank you for tuning in. Hey, couldn't do it without you. Somebody asked me the other day, why you be saying God bless you spiritually and education? I want God to bless you spiritually because I believe in prayer. Yeah, prayer changes things. And if you have faith in God, you can do anything you want to do. Well, why you say may God bless us education? Because we never too old to learn. We can learn from anybody, right? I ain't telling you go to school or go back to college or that. I just want you to let God bless you education by learning. Yeah. Well, don't nobody ask me about why you ask God to bless you financially. Hey, it takes money to do anything. So if God continue to bless you financially, hey, that means you're going to be blessed and you have an opportunity to bless somebody else. Hey, I got to get out of here, but hey, thank y'all. That's why I say what I say. I've been saying that ever since I used to have a TV show, right? And that was my slogan at the end of my TV show. So I'm just carrying over to my podcast right here. And I just want people to be blessed spiritually, education, and financially. And I want God to bless me the same way. I won't ask God to bless me one way without blessing you the same way. That's just me. That's the type of person I am. All right? Y'all be blessed. And don't forget, if there's somebody out there you love, hey, you better let them know. Because tomorrow, they can be gone. It's a crazy world out there. That's why what I said earlier about CamNewton situation, I'm just glad it didn't turn into a violent situation and then nobody get hurt or get killed. Because there's some people out there that don't care these days, man. It ain't just the young folk. It's the old folk, too. Yeah. People, they going through things, and you never know what a person going through, man. So you get out there in the street and get into an altercation, you never know, man. You never know. They can put out a knife or a gun, or somebody could have ran back and got a gun, and they start shooting up the place. And some people die every day because of that. So that thing could have went a different total way. Could have went left quick. And CamNewton don't bother nobody when he go nowhere. The dude taking out the time, spending his money, and doing the things in a community that needed that problem. Man, I just pray for CamNewton. To me personally, every time he get one, something always happen like this. Somebody gonna go off on Cam, and Cam, Cam, he always gonna say something back. But I wish he would just keep walking, don't say nothing to him. Yeah, say what they gonna say, and just move on. But he look like, if you watch the video, without watching the video, they just ran up on him. He had to defend himself. But Cam never swung or nothing like that. He was just throwing them off. They jumped him, but he got the best of him. Cam Newton, a big old dude. If he ran through the NFL like he did, what make you think 3 little guys and a lot of this dude wasn't no child. This dude like a grown person. Cam like to slung his butt all over the. Let me stop. Shit. But Cam a big dude, man. You better leave that dude alone, man. Cam need to get a better security team around him, too. Yeah, he does. He does. And once again, Happy birthday, Kamali McClain, cornerback from the Colorado Buffaloes. We want to wish him a happy birthday, and we hope God bless him with many, many more. All right? Hey, top 5 players, I just named them. Y'all won't let me get off. I'm trying to get off. Top 5 players that got to have a dominant season this year for Colorado to win. And I'm out. I'm going to give them to you one more time, and I'm gone. Shedeur Sanders, the quarterback. Shiloh, defensive back, got to have a dominant season this year. It's time to dominate for him to step up. BJ Green, the defensive end, got to have a dominate, put pressure on that quarterback. Caleb Benson got to anchor that offensive line and be the leader that he's supposed to be, and I'm sure he will. And the field person, I don't forgot who I named that field person, y'all. Oh, Travis Hunter must have an MVP All-American season again this year because he will win. He's my prediction to win the Heisman Trophy and be the #1 NFL draft pick next year. He don't got married, he sell it down, he ain't running the street, he ain't got to worry about all this and that. He's a remarkable young man, and we're looking for him to dominate this season coming up. Y'all be blessed, and I'm out here. I'm gone this time.